Hello, Umut here. Welcome to another art journal video. I'm going to use these cute stamps by My Favorite Things. I really love these bears and I wanted to create a page that I can use all of them. And I have the matching dies, so it will make my job really much easier to cut them. This time I'm not going to start from the background. First I'm going to create my focal point, so I will work on those cute bears. And since I want to use all of them, I'm going to use my Misty tool to do the stamping today. The only reason I'm using Misty is because I feel lazy and I want to do it all at once. So you don't have to use this tool to do this stamping. So I'm placing all my bears onto the cardstock. This is regular white cardstock and I'm using my Memento Tuxedo Black ink because I'm going to color with Copic markers. Here I didn't get a good impression, it was totally my fault. I took out this pad that should have been under the cardstock really, because it was a clear stamp, so when I put it back it was totally okay. Here I'm going to color only the scarves of the bears, so it's not advanced coloring. I will only show one and color the rest myself with different colors. And the only additional thing I wanted to show you is I will, obviously these are polar bears, so they will be white, but I want to give a little bit shadowing with a very light gray and blended it with the colorless blender. So now I will cut all the bears with the matching die cuts. So here are all my cute bears. Now I will work on the background. I'm using my Dilutions art journal and I'm doing a quick gesso wash to prepare the page because I will use acrylic paints. I'm using Paper Artsy acrylic paints today. I like the colors a lot. I want to have a fresh, icy feel because we are supposed to be in the North Pole. So I'm going to start with this really light blue color. It's called Mermaid. I'm applying with a wet wipe, but it's not so wet actually, not to dilute the color a lot. Then I will switch to darker colors. This is Lake Wanaka. I will apply it mainly on the corners to give a subtle border to my page. And I decided to apply it with my hand because the wet wipe was diluting the color. And as usual, I'm going back and forth with Mermaid as well to blend the two colors smoothly. And I decided to bring another third color, turquoise, just to bring a little bit vibrancy. This is going to be a simple page, but I am hoping to show you a couple of products or techniques that can give you interesting ideas that you can apply in different projects. Now I'm going to do some background stamping to give a little bit more interest. This is Cornflower Blue by Archival Ink. And this is a snowflake background stamp by Stampendous. I also used another color, sky blue, while stamping, just to have a bit of variance. Then of course, to bring the page together, I'm using splashes. I will just splash with all three colors that I used to create the background, so the page will come all together. Now the idea here is to have a piece of ice on the ground. So I'm using this white cardstock to cut it and place it at the base of the journal page. I'm using my paper trimmer just to have a straight line. And I'm using my bond folder just to score where my journal closes, so it will make it easier to close. Then I'm going to stick this with gel medium and cut the excess. I'm just being careful here, sticking it with some piece of cloth because my hands are with paint, so I don't want to ruin this white ice. And since I have white ice on the page now, I feel like I need to bring the page together. And I will use, of course, splashes to do that. So I'm going to do some splashes with white acrylic paint. And I used Distress Picket Fence. Now it's time to stick my cute bears, and I will use again matte medium to do this. Of course, I will have this skating one over the eyes. And I will stick the others as I wish around the page. Again, I'm cutting the excess. This is one of the cool products that I wanted to show you, that you could do different things in your own projects. It's a glass bead glitter gel by Faber-Castell. It's a paste that you apply like you would a modeling paste, but it has little beads in it and glitter in addition, and it dries clear. So either you can use it as it is and have nice sparkly glitter and some texture from the beads on your page, or you can even add color and have different colors of texture with some sparkle of the glitter on your page. In this case, I won't add any color to mine and apply it as it is. And the idea in my mind is it must be windy out there in North Pole, so this stencil with swirls looked very appropriate to me to create some wind. And I chose this glitter paste to have some transparent swirls on my page. And in my imagination that it is wind. This looks white now, but it's going to dry clear. You will see the close-up pictures at the end of this video. I also gave a little bit shadow around my bears with this Faber-Castell Pit Brush pen, just a tone darker than the blue that I have on the background, and I was really careful to smudge it with my hand, not to ruin my white bears. Now another trick that you can do, I will first cover the eyes with my Clear Wink of Stella glitter pen, just to make it glittery and sparkly. Then I will cover all of it with glossy accents to make it look like ice. I thought this was a cool idea that you could apply in different projects when you have some ice on your cards or other mixed media projects. After I finished applying the glossy accent, to increase the amount of glitter and to have some more interest, I decided to sprinkle some glitter. This is a fine glitter by Stamp & Do's. I will just sprinkle it with my hand. And this is Swiffer. I use this to clean the glitters. Before I didn't want to use glitters because it was so difficult to clean it. But this really takes it, leaves nothing on your hands or table. So I would really encourage you to look for it if you like to use glitters. So now I have glittery wind and glittery ice. Now only thing left to do is to stamp my sentiment. I chose the sentiment from the same stamp set that I used. And I'm going to use the same archival ink that I used, cornflower blue. However, as I see, I didn't get a good impression and I don't think I will with all the details going on the page. So I decided to do another thing. No worries, we can rescue. I decided to stamp it on a white cardstock and then stick it on my page. I also gave a little fishtail to my cardstock. This sentiment that I chose really matches the feeling of the journal page with all the bears together. And I went around it to give a little bit shadow with my Faber-Castell pen. And lastly, to add a little bit more interest, I went around it doing some false stitching with my white gel pen. And this is the project for today. I hope you like it and got inspired with new ideas. If you like my videos, please don't forget to hit the like button or leave comments, share or subscribe to my channel. You can find full list of supplies at the description area down below or at my blog, as well as close-up pictures of the project. See you next time!